Let's talk about one of the strangest, most destructive moments in trading. It's this thing that happens at the exact point when it looks like everything's going perfectly, right when you're on the edge of getting paid. Because that, right there, is when so many traders find a spectacular way to self-destruct. So let me ask you a question. What do you think is the most dangerous moment in trading? Is it a market crash? Some crazy unexpected reversal? Nope. The truth is, the real danger zone, the most treacherous moment of all, is when you're winning, and you're winning big. I want you to picture this. For weeks, maybe even months, you've been on fire. You've been totally disciplined, you're following your rules to the letter, and your system is just humming along. Your account is just ticking up day after day. It's perfect. It's exactly what you planned for. And then it happens. You start getting really close to the target. Maybe it's that big monthly payout, or you're about to pass your funding challenge. Whatever it is, you can almost taste it. You can literally smell the money. And that right there, that's the danger zone. This is the moment, the exact moment when you're most likely to do something, well, really, really stupid, to just blow the whole thing up right at the finish line. So what's really going on here? There's this massive psychological shift, right? Think about it. When you're miles away from the payout, the main feeling is just stress. Your job is just to follow the plan. Head down, do the work. But as you get close, man, that changes. Stress turns into greed. And even worse, this overwhelming need for control. And that need for control, that's the real poison here. And of course, we're really good at lying to ourselves, aren't we? We tell ourselves a nice little story. We don't call it panicking, we call it optimization. We're not getting greedy, no, we're just protecting our profits. We call it smart management. But come on, let's be real about what's happening. It's just raw emotion wearing a fancy suit. It's greed and that need for control, just pretending to be some brilliant strategy. And look, if you think automation is going to save you, think again. It is not a magic bullet. All it does is change where you make the mistake. So instead of messing up one trade at a time, you find a way to mess with the whole system. The temptation doesn't go away, it just moves from your chart to the settings panel. You know, this explains the exact reason why so many traders wash out of prop firm challenges. It's not because their strategy was bad, not at all. What happens is they get so close to that target, their brain just kind of short circuits, and they abandon the very plan that got them there in the first place. And it's always at the worst possible time, right when following that plan is the only thing they need to do. It's tragic, and man, it is so common. Okay, so that's the problem. And it's a very human problem, right? So what's the solution? What do you actually do when you feel this happening? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, but that definitely doesn't mean it's easy. All right, here are the 4 rules for surviving the danger zone. And you have to understand, true discipline here is going to feel boring. Here's what it looks like. Number 1, stay calm. Just breathe. Number 2, do less. Seriously, less is more. 3, don't get clever. Now is not the time to invent some new genius move. And number 4, this is the big one, don't touch it. Just leave it alone. The system is working, let it work. You really have to redefine your job description in this final stretch. Your job is not to be a genius. It's not to feel smart or in control. Your one and only job at this point is to simply not break the thing that's already working. You already did the heavy lifting. You built the plan. Now, you just have to get out of your own way. So look, if you remember just one thing from this entire explainer, I want it to be this. When you get close to that payout, the biggest threat, it's not the market. It's not some crazy news event. The biggest danger is looking right back at you in the mirror. It's you. It's that temptation to meddle, to just push a little harder, to think you've suddenly become smarter than the very plan that brought you all this success. So really, it all boils down to this. The goal is to build the discipline to just not interfere. Now, if you're curious about how to actually build one of these plans, a system that's worth trusting in the first place, I do share all the tools and systems I use in my free newsletter. But just remember this, the real challenge in trading isn't finding a winning strategy. It's finding the strength to let it win.